So I travel a lot for work, but I also travel quite a bit for leisure, and over the years I've developed a taste of bringing certain things that some people might consider weird, some people might bring themselves. But hopefully this video is interesting. 5 weird things I like to bring when traveling for certain situations, for work or for leisure. But majority of these I do bring along, apart from number 5. 5 is a very niche case, but hopefully it's interesting to you. I decided to chuck it in because I had bought it on a trip before. But yeah, let's get straight to the video. Hopefully this is interesting. The first weird item I bring to trips is duct tape. Now, duct tape is great. The only reason I started bringing duct tape is because I had shoes that were falling apart once, and I had a bag that actually fell apart. I actually have it in my corridor right now, and I was like, holy crap, imagine if I just duct tape. And obviously I went and bought duct tape at a local store, but I started just bringing this and putting it in my bag. It's so light, and it's so handy. Like, there's certain situations where duct tape can help, especially as a marketer, especially with booths, events and stuff. Duct tape's always gonna come in handy. But I bought it for my holidays as well. Duct tape will be useful no matter what situations. Anything that's leaking, anything that's broken, duct tape would generally solve it. So the first weird item I bring is duct tape. Number 2 on my weird things I bring on travel list is garbage bags. Now, garbage bags, I generally like to bring a roll because they're so much easier to carry around than plastic bags. I know some people bring plastic bags, but I bring garbage bags. I guess I put it on the weird list because I never see my friends bring it, so I was like, you know what, I'll put it on this list. But these are actually so useful. There's so many situations where I use garbage bags. I bring it for work, I bring it for holidays as well. For example, if you're going hiking, you can chuck them into this if your shoes get dirty. If you have dirty laundry, you can use a garbage bag as well. There's so many things you can use garbage bags for, but generally I like to keep some around just in case. And you never know, and I always find them really handy. I've always used them on my trips, so something that you should consider bringing for your next trip. Number 3 on my weird things I bring list is a Stojo bottle. Now, these are branded for the company I worked for, but they're an awesome alternative to using hotel cups, especially for work, especially if you're staying at hotels, even Airbnbs. Sometimes I don't trust the cups there, and there's so many horror stories out there with those situations. So I started bringing my own cups. So Stojo bottles are basically really awesome bottles that can come up. So I'll do a demonstration here. So as you can see here, it looks like a ketchup bottle, but basically it turns into a normal bottle if you need it. But otherwise you can just compact them down to a cup as you saw before. And they're really useful just for certain situations where you just want to have a drink in your hotel, but you don't want to risk, whatever's been touching the cups that in your hotel rooms. You don't want to risk that, and it just switches into a cup. I use them, just because of that feature. I don't know if it's weird, but it's handy, and I don't really see anyone using these, so I'm adding it to my weird list. But hopefully you don't find it weird, but maybe if it's weird, at least I have a practical use for it. But that's number 3, Stojo bottles. Number 4 on my weird things I bring whilst traveling list is Tiger Balm. Now, if you don't know what Tiger Balm is, it's kind of like an ointment. It's kind of like vapor rub, but a lot stronger, like 10 times stronger. But there's so many great uses for it. If you have cuts, if you have insect bites, especially if you're hiking and traveling, you're gonna get insect bites and stuff like that. So this is always a godsend. And in general, just using like vapor rub. So if you're coughing a lot, if you're having sinus issues, just rubbing this on your temples, rubbing on your chest helps so much. It helped me during my COVID times, actually. So really useful to have around. So small as well, so compact. So I keep it around just in case. But hopefully, to me, it's kind of weird because I don't think I've ever seen anyone bring it. But I think for all the Asians out there, this is something that everyone knows about. But maybe something you don't bring, but maybe you just start bringing it along. Like, I think it's helped me in certain situations. You don't want to like have a couple of mosquito bites ruin your night. So just rub this on and you're good. So yeah, 4th thing that I bring that's a bit weird. And finally, my weirdest item, which I brought to work trips, so not holidays, is my rubber, my table tennis racket. So I use for my backhand, I use the Nitaku Fast Tuck 1. And for my forehand, I use the Hurricane 3, both really good rubbers. This racket's I've been using for many years, and as any table tennis or avid table tennis player would say, you need to use your own rubber. If you lose, well, it's the rubber's fault if you're using especially someone else's racket. But that's one of the weirdest things I bought. mainly because I was going down to another headquarters, I guess you could say, and they have a table tennis table, and I knew some people who played there, and I was like, there's no way I'm using one of the crappy rackets on that table. I'm bringing my own racket, and because it's so compact, like I have a case for it, as you can see here, I can just slot it into my bag and it's there. So really convenient if you're a avid player and you want to make sure that you have your own equipment there. But that's hopefully one of the weirdest things that I've bought, at least. Hopefully you've bought even weirder than me. Leave a comment and let me know what you've bought to work trips or holiday trips that could be considered weird. But anyway, hopefully this video is interesting, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video where I talk more about travel vlogs and marketing. Thanks.